But today is finally the day where I explain this code, which I've been working with for the past 2 videos, and by working with I mean just including now and then. So, let's get to it, shall we? First of all, I should say that you do not need any programming background to understand this video. That's the point. The whole idea is to make it for people who don't actually code, so that they can see with their own eyes that coding is easy. And so let's get right into it with the first line.
Now the first line is pretty simple. Include standard IO. Include basically means add, so we're adding standard IO to our program, and standard IO stands for standard input output. But what does this standard input output do? Well, the program you're making is kind of like an electrical installation in your house. It may be functional and working perfectly, but if you're trying to plug in a TV or watch some Make It charity checkup live streams, they won't be really inconvenient to break a hole in the wall and solder the cables inside the wall to the TV. That's why some really smart people created the standards for electrical outlets, so that when you're creating the electrical installation, you don't have to worry about what will be plugged into it and create every outlet known to man. You can just add this one and boom, everything works just fine. And that's the standard input output. Now you may ask, but Make It, your program seems pretty simple, it just displays some text. Why do you need this input-output? Well, we need it because this program by itself is not able to output anything. So whilst we are responsible for the logic inside our program, this standard IO is responsible for showing the text on our screen. Without it, our program still could store the same text, but without displaying it, it would be way less impressive. Now, if we're still explaining formalities, then we should talk about int main, and oh boy, it's really not complicated, but it would be hard to explain without scaring people away with unnecessary technical terms. Here's an example of how an incorrect explanation would look like. The int main in here is a function that functions as an entry point for a program. It has the return type of int because it is considered a standard that return of 0 would mean execution with no errors. Quite a lot of technical words there, which whilst really convenient for programmers, are extremely effective at scaring people away. So let's try them one again. The main function is the function that our operating system starts when we start the program. So when you execute the executable, so start the program, then the main function is the first function that starts. So let's imagine we created a game. It has 3 functions: start, init, and begin. And basically the start functions creates variables like health, mana and stamina, for a character. The init function, which sets the health to 100 so that the character won't die immediately, and then mana to 50, stamina to 50, and then the begin function, which actually starts the game. Yeah, that seems like a functional, fine game. And everything is alright until you realize that when you actually create this program, the operating system might read it incorrectly. And what if something like this happens? Which means the game can start before these variables were created or they were set, which leads to a lot of uncomfortable problems. We use the int main because functions return stuff. This is actually pretty normal in math too. When it comes to math, functions take in the x and return the y, usually. And so just in the same way, our main function is returning a number. Usually when it comes to mathematical functions, they return somehow transformed x, but in our main function the return is an integer. That's why there's an int. Int stands for integer. And we return that integer because it's actually really convenient to let the operating system know if program executed correctly. That's why there is return 0 at the end. 0 here means program executed with 0 errors. Actually it stands for something else, but explaining why programs give you back a 0 when they execute correctly is surprisingly way more complicated than it should be, so I'll leave that for a logic video. For now, let's just say that 0 means 0 errors, because that's good enough. And so there we go, the formalities explained. And I say formalities because that's what they are. The include standard IO, the int main, these are all just formalities that every C program needs in order to function. So now onto the fun bit, which is logic. And I do promise this time it is going to be fun. And so when it comes to... Wait, what? I don't have time. What do you... Oh, I have to upload every second day.